The Worthy Company, one of 15 companies pitching at Rabobank's Foodbytes event in San Francisco this week, has come up with a completely new product concept. But can that be a double-edged sword?
I am Sarah Renahan. I'm one of the co-founders and the CEO of the Worthy Company, and we are the makers of the Blendie Bowl, which was an answer to our frustration with plant-based options in the market. We were looking for plant-based options that were well-rounded and accessible to all and ready to eat, and there was nothing on the market.
So is this a yogurt? Is it a smoothie? Is it like a puree, like baby food? What is it?
It's the answer to yogurt and smoothies. So it was born out of that frustration, actually. For plant pursuers like ourselves, we wanted options that were veggie forward, had fruits of course, but also had protein and the all-important fiber. So we set the nutritional bar extremely high, and we wanted our product to be eatable, so not something that we had to drink, because you lose so much satiety when you're drinking your meals. And so that was the answer that we came up with in our kitchens a couple years ago, and we were really fortunate to assemble an amazing team of industry veterans who had recently retired that helped us take our product from the kitchen to the shelf.
So tell me a bit about the texture and the eating experience. Is it super smooth? Does it have bits in? And also, is it chilled or is it a shelf-stable product?
So the texture is amazing. It's really creamy, even though it's vegan. So it's a fantastic eating experience. We developed them so that you could do mix-ins if you prefer. So my business partner does not. I do. I always have some crunch. And we wanted that option for our final consumer. And also for our final consumer, we made these shelf stable. So it is not an issue whatsoever if you throw it in your bag for the day, even for a couple days, they'll be perfectly safe, but they're stored and sold refrigerated.
Okay. What's the shelf life?
6 months.
Okay. So who do you see as the target consumer, and what might be the key usage occasions?
So our target consumer is certainly a plant pursuer, which fortunately is growing every day, and fortunately not only for Worthy, but for the planet. And we are also seeing amazing crossover into the healthier snack industry. And the occasion of use is obviously flexible, but breakfast would be an obvious, a snack, a post-workout option, after school. We have so many moms that come up to us and say they put these in their kids' lunch boxes, certainly our own children. So it's a really flexible occasion of use. They're also fantastic in recipes, baking, cooking, cocktails.
Sure, yeah. So you've got a kind of new concept there, which can be a double-edged sword sometimes. How would you talk about this to retailers? Where do you envisage that retailers might position this? And is the confusion over what it is and where it sits, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
We spent a lot of time, probably too much time, honestly, worrying about that in the beginning. And we ended up showing it to buyers from the dairy set and buyers from the produce set. Mm-hmm. And we were thrilled they both wanted it.
Right.
So we had the opportunity, and we ultimately went in the yogurt set near the dairy yogurt alternatives initially, and now we're expanding into the growing, which we're thrilled about, vegetarian and vegan sets in the refrigerated case lines of many of our major retailers, both in the natural space and conventional retail.
Okay, so you're clearly already on the market. Give me a sense of how long you've been on the market and how widely available you are.
So we've been in the market for about 2 years with this current iteration since December. So we initially launched with 3 SKUs in an 8.2 ounce size container, which was more of a mini meal, and we pivoted based on a lot of consumer feedback towards a specific snack size, hence our 5.7 ounce container now. And what was amazing is it brought our retail price from $3.99 down to $2.99, which was certainly a foundation of our ultimate mission, which is accessible, amazing plant-based foods for everyone.
So how would you say, obviously we're here at the Foodbytes event now and everybody's honing their pitches. How have you honed yours, either in the last 24 hours or over the last several months?
the last 24 minutes even. Exactly. It's always a work in progress.
Yeah.
But today's mentoring session was so foundational for us. It was fantastic. And it really helped us put ourselves in the mindset of the right type of investor that we're looking for. And how to speak to that type of investor, and ultimately to vet those investors. It's just as much our responsibility to vet them and make sure they're the right partner for us as it is for them to vet us.